All right, let's jump right into this explainer. If you've ever set up a booth, looked at your amazing products, and wondered why they're just sitting there collecting dust, well, you're in exactly the right place. Today, we're completely flipping the script. We're going to see how shifting your mindset from what you want to sell to what your customer actually wants to buy will absolutely transform your booth and skyrocket your sales. We're unpacking the exact mechanics of why people buy, and trust me, it all starts with understanding exactly who is standing on the other side of your table. Here is our roadmap for today. We're covering defining your customer avatar, how avatars guide merchandise, creating the right vibe, the customer sales journey, the 4-question exercise, and bringing it all together by building coherence. Kicking things off with Section 1, defining your customer avatar. Who are we actually building this experience for? Seriously, ask yourself that. It's the ultimate provocation before you do literally anything else. Before you design a single product, before you price an item, and definitely before you set up a display, you have to answer this. If you don't know who the experience is for, you're basically building a booth for everyone. And in retail, building for everyone usually means you're building it for no one. So what is a customer avatar anyway? It's a crystal clear picture of the exact person you're trying to attract. We're talking deep psychology here. It is way more than just their age, gender, or income bracket. I mean, think about it. King Charles and Ozzy Osbourne, exact same age, exact same gender, and probably a similar income bracket. But I'm pretty sure they aren't shopping at the same booth, right? A true avatar describes what they actually like. It tells you what makes them stop walking, who they're shopping with, and what ultimately makes them pull out their wallet. Moving right along to Section 2, avatars guide your merchandise. Okay, so there's this huge trap a lot of us fall into, and it's so easy to do. On one side, we have vendor-centric traps. That's stocking a booth based on, hey, I like this, or I have the tools to make this. But that is entirely about you. On the other side, we need to flip the script to customer-centric choices. Instead of asking what you can make, you really need to ask, will my specific customer actually notice this? Will they understand it, want it, and buy it? Your avatar should literally dictate your product categories, your colors, your sizes, and your price points. To really put this into perspective, imagine two totally wildly different avatars walking right past the exact same booth. First, you've got the family festival avatar, a parent with kids dragging them along. They're responding to bright colors, fun little mystery items, and highly visible prices under $20. Then picture the collector avatar. They literally couldn't care less about a $20 mystery box. They're hunting for exclusive, limited drops, premium finishes. They want a statement piece, and they'll happily pay top dollar for it. Same exact booth, completely different psychological triggers. All right, Section 3, creating the right vibe. This place is for people like me. Wow, that is exactly the emotional response you want your environment to trigger when someone walks up. We call this avatar alignment. The goal isn't just to have a pretty booth, it's about creating an environment that feels emotionally compatible with your target buyer. Think about it. A luxury jewelry customer expects restraint, empty space, quiet, premium cues. But to a playful maker market customer, that minimal booth just feels cold and boring. They want abundance, color, tactile discovery. Your vibe is basically a silent beacon calling out to your specific avatar. Next up, Section 4, the customer sales journey. Think of the customer journey as a giant line of dominoes. It has to happen in a very specific order. First, they notice. Then they stop. Try to understand what they're looking at, browse, realize they want it, and finally, they buy. It is a super fragile chain reaction, guys. If they notice but don't stop, chain breaks. If they stop but can't find a price, boom, chain breaks. The very second your merchandising, pricing, or vibe introduces any friction, those dominoes just stop falling. And honestly, it's wild how easily we introduce that friction without even realizing it. Take a really close look at your own business. Do you sell awesome kids products, but your booth looks super serious and intimidating? Or maybe you've got these gorgeous premium handmade items sitting on a cheap plastic table that instantly shatters the illusion of luxury. Or maybe you're pushing $50 items to a crowd primed for $15 impulse buys. If the story doesn't perfectly line up with the avatar, you're gonna lose that sale for sure. Let's get into some practical application with Section 5, the 4-question exercise. So if you want to build a laser-focused avatar right now, you just need to answer 4 basic questions in plain language. 1. Who are we actually trying to stop? 2. What do they want to see? 3. What price range actually feels comfortable to them? And 4. What kind of environment makes them want to hang out and browse? If you can articulate this, like saying, I'm trying to stop a parent in their 30s looking for affordable, tactile treats under $20 in a highly colorful space. Bam! You suddenly have an absolute blueprint for exactly what to make.
And finally, Section 6, building a coherent experience.
This is where the whole shebang comes together. Your avatar is essentially your North Star, connecting every single decision you make into one seamless ecosystem. The avatar determines exactly what merchandise makes the cut. That assortment has to logically fit into your booth's physical capacity. Then your perceived value ladder ensures those prices actually make sense for those items. And wrapping it all together is the vibe, signaling to the right customer that they absolutely belong there. It is a completely interconnected loop. If you take absolutely nothing else away from this explainer, remember this one concept: coherence. Your avatar is the specific person that your merchandise, your pricing, your display, and your vibe are all trying to attract at the exact same time. When all four of those elements point like a laser at the exact same customer, the booth feels totally coherent. All that friction we talked about, eliminated. The customer feels completely understood before you even say a single word, and making that sale becomes infinitely easier.
So I'm going to leave you with this final thought. Take a really hard look at your display this weekend and ask yourself, is your booth built for you or is it built for your avatar? Are you stuck in that vendor-centric trap or have you actually created a frictionless journey for the exact person who wants to buy your work? Answer that honestly, do that 4-question exercise we went over, and you are well on your way to unlocking your true sales potential.